for Mongrel production, and welcome to the Mitchell Falls. This 6-week four-wheel drive adventure is all about seeing some of the most spectacular country in Western Australia, in particular the Kimberley region of WA. Grab your gear, let's go. I should try and join the dots a little. This is a 6-week trip, mainly through Outback Australia, with the whole idea of spending 2 weeks to get to Broome, 2 weeks to do Gibb River Road in the Kimberley region, and then 2 weeks to return to Perth, but using different roads and tracks. I'm a member of the 4-wheel drive club, and I knew some members hadn't seen the Kimberley region, so I took it upon myself to lead the trip. The whole intention was people could hop on or hop off as it suited them. 6 weeks is a long time for people to be away, and not everybody could get that time off. I have a passion for outback travel, and I really enjoy showing parts of it off to people that haven't seen it. Well, we're coming up to the end of our third day. We're inbound towards Mount Augustus, the caravan park there. We'll stay there for 2 nights. That will allow part of the group to walk up to the top of Mount Augustus if they wish. It's a 12-kilometre return journey. They reckon it takes about 6 hours. So, yeah, end of our third day. The first couple of days we copped a bit of rain. But other than that, the trip's been pretty seamless. But we're definitely in the outback of Western Australia now, and it's going to stay like that for some weeks to come. Well, this afternoon has been all about doing some of the nature walks around the base of Mount Augustus and having a look at some of the Aboriginal carvings. The Australian Outback can be pretty unforgiving at times. Last year 3 people died within 3 days while trying to climb Mount Augustus. So you just got to take some sensible precautions, because otherwise it could cost you your life. Well, that's the mining community of Tom Price down there. We're currently on top of Mount Nameless. Yeah, a bit of a challenging climb getting up here, but yeah, certainly magnificent views. That's the mining operation down there. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like they've even stuck a dent in it, so they'll be here for a few years yet, I think. Alright, we've arrived at Wittenoom. Wittenoom has a very, very checkered past. This is where they used to mine blue asbestos. The mine, I guess, was active for about 20 years. And it wasn't until then that they realised that there's some health risks associated with it, namely death. Blue asbestos itself was used in many, many applications. It was used in construction, it was used in insulation, roofing, fencing. Here at Wittenoom itself, they used to use it as mulch on their gardens. Kids used to play in it. As I said, it wasn't until much later that they discovered that, there's a side effect of the stuff. But yeah, interesting place. Some of the buildings still exist. The town was de-gazetted, taken off the maps some years ago. No power, no water. If I was a betting man, I'd guess that that's what the stuff looks like in its raw state.
Yes.
And it's just the fibres.
This is when you squash it a little bit.
The others join us in Broome. We get together one evening and all just stand up and tuck it.
This is the morning of day 9. Yesterday we left our bush camp, headed for Nullagine and then down Skull Springs Road towards a place called Running Waters. We were hoping to camp there last night, but it's only a small area and there were a couple of cars there already and certainly no room for us. So so we had to make do with what we had, but that's okay. From here today, we only a short day, 55 kilometres, and we end up at a place called Carowine Gorge. We'll be there before morning tea, and we'll stay there overnight. There's a couple of walking trails and quite a big body of water.
Turning right on Skull Spring Road.
Well, we're currently at what used to be a secret Air Force base back in World War II. The Carowine Air Force Base was run by the US Air Force, and they used to send bombers from here on a 15-hour return flight to bomb Japanese bases in Indonesia. And although the Japanese tried to find the base, they never did. It could be why they bombed Broome and Darwin. I don't know the history there, but yeah, not a lot of people knew about the air base back in the day. Interesting place. We've spent a couple of hours just crawling over it. Well, clearly a sacred burial site, I guess. I was not expecting that. First night out of Broome, and we've got some unseasonal rain. I'm standing in ankle-deep water in my kitchen. I'll probably be sleeping in the car tonight. This has caught everybody off guard.